So how do I know if my liver's healthy? Is there any symptoms of an unhealthy or toxic liver?
Well, let's go through possibilities. I call them checklists.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason I call them checklists is because they may not apply to everybody. The first question to ask if your liver is healthy is, when you go without food, do you make a ketone?
Okay.
If you don't make a ketone, and you're like, we've had people that are like 20 hours in, 36 hours in, 48 hours in. They're like, I'm still not making a ketone.
How do they know?
Because we have them testing.
Okay.
So little ketone, the continuous glucose monitors, they'll help the blood sugar, but you need a ketone reader to help ketones. It's like a little, you prick your finger. Have you ever used one?
No, that's so interesting. I didn't know there was even a thing.
Oh, yeah, you should get one. So you get a little monitor.
Yeah.
And you prick your finger, and then you put your blood on this little strip, and you put the strip into this little monitor, and it tells you how many ketones you have.
Okay, so more ketones, the better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So if you can't make ketones, or you're starving would be another, or you're, after a long period, you're not feeling the benefits of fasting, that could be because of your liver. So we now have, okay, that's liver issue number one. Okay. Then we can go to things like, how do you process alcohol? Like, how there's certain people who, like, you go out to drink with them, and after a couple drinks, they're dancing on the table. And then there's other people that, like, can drink the whole bar, and they seem like they're completely normal compared to when they walked in.
Yeah.
So that's liver function. Like, how quickly is that liver metabolizing that alcohol?
Which one is healthy, sorry?
Well, I actually think metabolizing it quickly is better than the stagnant person.
So the person that's hammered,
yeah,
is going to be
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a lot of nuance in that comment. So just so we don't get the whole world coming after you or I on that. So, so it's how quickly are you able to metabolize a toxin in your system and get it out of you. So that would be another one. Then we have some really, really good ones, really like applicable ones. Like, this is based off some old ancient strategies, like corner of your eye. If the inside of your eye is yellow, according to iridology, which is the study of the eye as it relates to health, when the corner of the eye is yellow, that can be a sign of liver stagnation. Okay, another one.
The inside corner.
Yeah.
So next to your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another one, you can look at the bottom of your feet. So bottom of your feet, when they're dry and cracking, is showing that you're not getting proper circulation down to your feet. And so it can be a possibility that the liver is not doing a good job of detoxing and getting toxins out. So your circulatory system has more sludge in it. So the circulation isn't freely getting down to the bottom of your feet.
Have you ever asked someone to show you their feet?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Feet, eyes, I want to know everything, because it tells you, feet, eyes, I want to know what your menstrual blood, I don't need to see it, but I want to know, is it clumpy? How quickly does the flow come out? These kind of things are so important. How quickly your hair grows, how quickly your nails grow, what's on your nails? Are nails on ridges on your nails? Because that could be minerals. Like, our body gives us a full analysis of what's going on. So I have looked at a lot of feet.
And if I look at my feet now, never. Just want to take a quick look, because I can't remember really looking at the bottom of my feet. What is a sign that my liver is not healthy? Looking at the bottom of my feet,
it's the real dry cracks.
Oh no, mine is soft like a baby's bottom.
There you go. Do you want to put it up on the table so I can see?
No, because people will sell pictures.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
Part of the revenue if that happens. So
yes. Oh my God.
make that decision
You're
myself.
So accurate.
Okay, interesting.
So here's a couple. Let's give people a daily routine of what to look at to be able to see, like, how your body's functioning. So when I get up in the morning, that's one thing I do. I always look I'm periodically, throughout the day, looking in the corner of my eyes. Like, what is there a yellow tinge in there? So I look at that. I also look at my tongue every morning when I wake up. Do you look at your tongue?
Not really.
Okay. So when you look at your tongue, does it have a white coat on it? If it has a white coat on it, that can be a sign of candida, of too much yeast in your system and your body's detoxing it. You can also look at your tongue when you fast. Sometimes it'll go black. And that's like candida coming out. That's yeast coming out. So make sure you're looking at your tongue. Every morning I look at my tongue. So, because at night, you kind of see what's detoxing out of you.
So if it's white, what do I do? If it's black, what do I do?
So if it's white and black, you have candida. That's a sign of too much yeast in the system. So, I mean, fasting can help. Getting off sugar, alcohol, fruits can help. We just find people who fast, especially if you go into longer fasts, it'll start to change. We've even done some interesting community fasts where we have people watch their fast and they decide to break their fast based off what their tongue is doing. So if it's white and it's black and it's getting worse, keep going. If you can keep going until it starts to turn pink. And then the outside of the tongue will actually start to turn pink. And then we know, okay, the yeast is starting to die off. Go ahead and break your fast. Mm-hmm. So that's one way that you can look at the tongue. We already talked about the bottom of the feet, periodically looking at that, your hair and your nails. So do you ever look at like the ridges of your nails?
No.
Okay, so when there's a lot of ridges in your nails or how quickly your nails are growing, that can be a sign of mineral deficiency.
Okay.
If your hair is falling out.
So on the nails then, what am I looking for? There's no ridges in my nails.
Perfect. So you probably have a good mineral load.
Okay.
But if you ever look down and you see those ridges, it can be a sign that there is you have too many low minerals.
And what kind of minerals would you then supplement with or focus on?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan right now of organic minerals that come from the earth, like fulvic and humic acid type minerals that are coming from like volcanic ash, because they're very, very rich in minerals that we're not getting in your typical mineral supplement or your food. You know the whole thing about conventional farming and how it's depleting the minerals in our soils, right?
No.
I feel like this is going to get really depressing really quick.
That's fine.
You want me to?
I'd rather know the truth.
Okay. So the soils that are being monocropped, where they're being tilled over and over again, not from regenerative farms, what we know now is that they are deficient in minerals. So the way that it's being expressed to people is the broccoli you have now has less vitamin and mineral content than the broccoli you had 10, 20, 30 years ago because of how the farmers are taking care of the soil. Mm. Now, you go to a regenerative farm where there's bugs, there's weeds, they don't spray. When a crop grows, they let it die, they don't till. That has more minerals. So when you are actually eating food from regenerative farms, you're getting the minerals that you need into your system. So when people look at their nails not growing, they look at the ridges, a good question if you don't want to take a mineral supplement is ask yourself, am I eating foods from a regenerative farm? Am I eating fruits and vegetables from the farmer? Do I know the farmer even?
Sounds expensive.
Right. Yeah. Can you see why I like fasting?
But if I fast, I'm still not getting the minerals.
Right. I know, but all of these problems that we're addressing in order to eat healthy is expensive. So I'll come back to that comment in a second because that's a good one to address. Let's use the typical person. They're eating everything we've talked about. They're eating all the obesogens. They're gaining weight. Their toxic load is high. They're not getting enough vitamins. They're not getting enough minerals. Their hair is falling out. A woman's menstrual cycle is off. Their skin is changing. Weird stuff is showing up. For that person, if all I do is say, hey, I want you to eat your fruits and vegetables from a regenerative farm, now, okay, we're adding some minerals back in. So we're starting to get some of the nutrients that person was supposed to be getting, but was actually getting all those toxins were depleting that person's system. So we start to get them eating fruits and vegetables from a regenerative farm. Now they're getting the nutrients they need that are being depleted by these chemicals. Okay, so that's why in that context, just eating good, healthy fruits and vegetables is important. But what if we put them in a fasted state? Let's take that person one step further. They're metabolically challenged. They're full of toxins. Let's put that each day, let's start to tack on a fasting window. In that fasting window, we're starting to see glucose come down. We're starting to see the body repair and heal itself. Okay, Now, when they open up their eating window, we can have them add in minerals. So we can have them added in, or they can still eat more fruits and vegetables from regenerative farms, but they have to prioritize minerals. In our community, we actually will have people add in minerals in the fasted window. Like take a mineral supplement, take an electrolyte supplement, put it in your fasting window so you're adding that support in.
And when you say minerals, what exactly are you referring to?
Well, there's a lot of different ones, right? So magnesium, zinc, selenium.
Okay.
Those are the biggies.
Okay. And it's expensive, so can I just supplement it?
Right.
Because that's cheaper.
Right. So the reason I like the fasting window is because we're changing the metabolic system.
Mm-hmm. And
now we go into the eating window. Let's just at least start with fruits and vegetables coming from regenerative farms if you don't want to spend money on supplements. If you have the resources to spend money on supplements, go ahead and do that.